Hey, what's happening, art fam? Listen, wow, let's talk about art influences. So I woke up this morning and I did something that I rarely do. Since I didn't go to the gym today, I checked my phone. And I hardly ever do that because I like to start my day off just very centered and focused, ready for all the chores that life deems to bring my way. But today, since my routine was broken, I jumped on social media and I got reminded of something I wanted to talk about a while ago that has been it's been nagging me, for lack of a better term. It's really been nagging me. Now, before I go on into my rant and my monologue, I ask that you entertain me for a second, okay? Let it be understood that I'm about to be the old man in the room, and that's okay. I embrace the gray all day, and so I'm cool with that. And by and large, you know, I'm though I'm not old, I'm old enough to have certain habits and sensibilities that are admittedly kind of hard to break. And one of those is irritation with unqualified people. And excuse me if I sound like a jerk, but if you talk to most professionals in any sector, one of the things that irritates them is when people are what we call false flagging back in the day. Back in the 90s, it was called false flagging back in the hood. But when people are basically fake and phony and don't really know what they're doing, they're just trying to capitalize on a zeitgeist, on a movement, on a cultural inflection point, as it were. And so social media has created a bunch of influencers and not enough experts. See, when I first started prepping for Ka-pow and studying the social media marketplace and how to promote and how to get your message out there and the whole 9 yards, one of the most prevalent cliches that was being bounced around to get people started in the social space was, in order to be an expert, all you have to be is better than those that are listening to you. That's it. That was the qualifications for being considered an expert in your field. And for a while, we subscribed to that, you know, because we didn't know any better. You know, social media was kind of new in our systems, and I did it. I get it. But as we have progressed, and I think people have kind of sifted through all the noise, you know, I think it's become more and more pronounced when someone is just not qualified to speak on the thing. And so what I want to talk about are art influencers specifically. That's what Ka-pow is about. It's about art. It's about the comic craft. It's about elevating your skills and education and growing to a place that artistically that you're comfortable with, that you feel confident enough and knowledgeable enough to go ahead and put your stuff out into the world, put your stories out into the world. So I woke up this morning and I was on TikTok, and I follow a couple of guys, and they talk loud, they talk fast, they talk authoritatively. They have 50 to 100K followers, and their work is horrible. It is absolutely horrible. And they stop short of showing you anything remotely polished or finished. And you know, they stop right at the sketch phase, and there's no refinement. And they're talking like they're experts in this comic thing and in this art thing. And I'm listening to these dudes, and I'm not going to call anybody out by name. I'm old school, Generation X. I don't like mess. I'm not messy, so I'm not. This is not going to be, ooh, who are you talking about solo? All you got to do is be in the comic art space on social media, desiring to learn, and the algorithm will feed you such influencers. And let me be clear, you guys. in case it was not clear before, as I start the series from Cop2comics, and I do these little monologues here for social media, we are a business, okay? I employ professional artists that are taking time out of their own projects and their own schedules to actually teach and mentor you along the way. See, it would be easy if I wanted to grow a following. If all we want to do is grow a following for Ka-pow, all I gotta do is jump on and say, hey, elevate your skills in 2 weeks, guarantee, with these 7 easy steps, right? We all seen the clickbait, or this is what really gets me. The guy looks like he's fresh out of high school and he's got all of this innate wisdom, and I'm listening to him talk, and he's reading books that I have in my very robust library, and he's just reciting what he just read 10 minutes ago. But if you ask him to show you his work, it's nothing that you remotely want to be, nothing you want to adhere to as far as elevating your own skills in the craft. And I'm seeing these guys, and I'm like, why is it more important to be an art influencer than to actually help people improve their skills and influence their art? See, that's the difference. We're not trying to be art influencers here at Ka-pow. We are trying to influence your artistic and creative journey in a very significant and meaningful way. That's it, okay? And there's a price tag with that. We know that. Let me make you aware of something. If you all follow any comic animation industry professional, what are you not going to see? You're not going to see a lot of FaceTime and talking. You're not going to see that, right? Because we're busy actually working on the thing and focusing on our craft. Because here's the thing about focus. Focus cannot be divided. It cannot be divvied up across a spectrum of interest. Focus is singular. It is unidirectional, right? It goes towards a target to make sure that that target is hit as accurately and as efficiently as possible. That's what focus is. And most pros in any industry, they're not divvying up their attention because they don't have that much to divide, right? Our bandwidth is somewhat narrow. It's somewhat narrow. And so let me tell you what we did here at Ka-pow. Let me tell you what we did here at Ka-pow. When I started Ka-pow 3.5 years ago, after year 1, the team and I got together, and I left it to them because I enjoyed actually being in the classroom. But we know as professionals that attention given in one direction inevitably has to come from someplace else. It has to, okay? And so, though I was giving my attention, prepping, going with the curriculum, giving the students all I got, energy, human energy is finite, right? We have to recharge with sleep every day and rest and recoup. And so for most artists, we are actually introverts. So when we give out energy, we actually have to recover. Ask any artist that sits behind a table at a con. Ask any artist, and don't let them be a reputable pro, okay? The energy expenditure is real. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? And so with that being said, me and my team got together and I left it to them, and they unanimously decided that the school's growth is better served with me not being in the classroom, knowing that I had my own projects, knowing that yes, because I built the school and I have a style that many in the comic craft find appealing for whatever reason, that I'm better served being the carnival barker, sounding the horn, being the evangelist, hitting the street, pounding the pavement, being the Stan Lee, the face of the school, because they understand that energy is finite, right? That if I'm in the classroom, and though I love serving our students directly on a regular basis, the school's growth and stagnation was imminent because I'm not going to be on social media. I'm not going to be drawing and doing reels and shorts and Instagram and meeting with partners and doing interviews with prospective students because there's not that much energy to go around. And so back to my frustration. I'm listening to these guys this morning and it seems so disingenuous, so selfish. And hopefully you guys can hear my sincerity. because I'm going to lead into some things that we're going to be doing here moving forward on Ka-pow across as many social platforms that we feel are effective at this point. But they're not giving real value, okay? I'm reading the comments and people saying, yo, bro, I learned more from you. Yeah, you learn it in that moment. But what happens when we get off of social media in this short attention span age? Someone can say, give you 5 steps to achieve X, Y, Z, how to draw a hand or blah, blah, blah. And if you're not in the space right then and there to actually apply it, it's in the wind. It's gone, okay? It's gone. I wanted something here at Ka-pow that actually brought value. You know, we're going to be posting more testimonials from our students moving forward here in 2025, as well as giving you segments of our actual classes that are taught. And we're going to be starting actually this week at the time of this video. Me and my instructional team, we're going to be live streaming on Thursday afternoons, I believe. Thursday afternoons. It may change, but right now it's Thursday afternoons for 2 hours. And we're going to have an educational component to whatever we're drawing. We're going to be drawing the cool stuff, right? You've seen it. It's nothing new. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. But what we're trying to do is make sure that you understand what real value in mentorship looks like. See, that's the secret sauce. See, what most influencers won't tell you in their disingenuous and deceptive messages is that the majority of people that sign up for learning libraries, video libraries, studies have shown that I think it's in the 90 percentile, they don't complete them. And they ended up wasting money. They know that. I call it the LA fitness effect, right? Or the planet fitness effect, okay? Having been in the fitness industry myself, the beginning of the year is where these entities stockpile cash, right? They just stockpile because they know people want to improve on their health, and they have all this energy with their New Year's resolutions and all of the things, but they fully understand that once they get you to sign up for that annual membership or for the next 6 months at this price, they know that the majority of people will not make it past week 3. Yet they'll continue on paying, right? Because the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and people's intentions are, I'm going to get back on that treadmill. I'm going to get back in the weight room. I fell off this week, but I'm going to get back in it. They never come. They never participate. And so a lot of these online learning institutions, they capitalize on it, which is why we offer live instruction. You know, when you look at the interviews that we're going to be sharing here, interview testimonials for my students, you're going to hear one word pop up consistently: accountability, mentorship, guidance. That's what you're going to hear, all right? And we want to start sharing that on social media. I know that we've kind of been light on the educational side, and that's me just kind of testing the waters to see what's happening here and if there's room for us here on social media in a way that people still value it, okay? Because again, most of us, especially in the art industry, we're comfortable here. This is my happy place, alone in my studio, at my drafting table or at my Cintiq, creating worlds from my imagination. That's my happy place. This right here, talking at a camera, okay, getting my energy up so that you guys don't actually realize how anxious I am in the moment, being neurodivergent. Yes, I'm that, okay, being neurodivergent, having to put on this so that you guys could feel my heart and my sincerity. This is hard. There's going to be a recovery transition period right after I shoot this video, FYI. Okay, but the majority of us as creators, we operate similarly. We rather be drawing, which is why your favorite pro, good luck finding them on social media. Your favorite comic book pro, they are busy doing the thing because they'd rather be doing that than talking about it. Influencers rather talk about it than do it, right? And most of them talk about it because they talk so well, so fast, so authoritatively, so confidently that you buy into it. You buy into the Jedi mind. And so this year moving forward, we're going to be giving you guys some solid educational stuff direct from our curriculum from various perspectives. Again, me and my instructors, we teach differently, but we all teach soundly, right? Differently doesn't mean broken. It means different perspectives, which is what the arts afford us to do. That's what it affords us to do. That's what you get here at Ka-pow. You may get how to draw hands this way from Solo. Then you're going to get it how to draw hands from Mr. Atkins. Then you're going to get how to draw hands from Mr. Shearer. And all of them are right. They're just different approaches. But what it is holistic. It's holistic. It lets you know that there's so many ways to skin a cat. But if you get the foundations right, you will find your way, you will find your path, and we will coach you along the way. That's the thing. It's the mentorship part, okay? Yes, we're probably gonna have a video library for those who feel they can't afford Panels and Gutters, our weekly live lecture series, which I encourage anyone who's interested in us, sign up for that. You don't need an interview, okay? You just need an interview for our main course, that's it. You just need an interview for our main course. And our main course is for adults. It's a 3-year course, and we're trying to get you out. So if your skills are of a certain caliber, you may be able to forego and bypass 1 year. All right, but it's a 3-year course. That's what you got to interview for. But Panels and Gutters, you can sign up for that right now, and you get the first 2 weeks free. And after 2 weeks, you're not charged. You're just off-boarded, and you're encouraged to say, hey, if you like what you experienced, you might want to sign up. Right? It's nothing sleazy like we're counting on you to forget, so that soon as the 2 weeks trial period is up, your card is hit and good luck getting a refund. No, we don't move like that here. And so check out Panels and Gutters. You get 2 weeks free, man, free. Okay, just to sample us, sample our community, our educational style. But we're not trying to be art influencers. We're trying to be an influence in your creative journey. Okay, and so for all you art influencers out there, you know who you are. You know you are. I'm not calling out any names. It's funny to me. We actually talk about you, right? The actual pros in various industries, from toys to comics to video games, is a very small circle. But here's the thing, it's not exclusive. You can work your way in. But we talk about you guys because we see the sleight of hand. We see the listen to how I'm talking, but I really can't draw, right? I'm not that far from where you are. Listen, God bless you. I understand that everyone is trying to be seen today. Everyone's trying to be heard today. And I get it. I'm older. You know, we walked softly but carried big sticks. You know, I know that's probably an old saying, but yeah, I believe in walking softly and carrying a big stick. And the stick being your skill, what you're actually able to do, you know, how you're actually able to inspire people with your work as opposed to your words. Inspire people with your work, not your words. I'm speaking to you influencers. I'm speaking to all you guys out here that are just taking people's money or just growing your social platform, because understand, most of us, we're the geeks. We were the dweebs in school. We were the ones, I don't even know if they still do the locker things in school, but we were the ones shoved into the locker, okay? I wasn't shoved into a locker, but I was an anomaly, just FYI. Don't get it twisted. But we were the ones, we were the wallflowers, right? We were the ones that were in the corner or in the far edges of the cafeteria drawing and geeking out, you know, or part of the art club. That's who we were. And so now we have a chance to be out into the open and have these mics and these opportunities, and I understand it, but inspire people with your work. Don't stop being just an art influencer. Actually inspire people with your art, with your execution, not mislead them with your words, coming off as an expert, when many of you should actually be a Ka-pow or something like it, or have a mentor. So hopefully, I know this is gonna ruffle some feathers. It's cool, I'm cool with that, okay? Don't really fear the smoke, but we're not gonna be that here. So if you want real value, if you want education, information from the heart as well as from the years of experience, check us out at Ka-pow here on social media, on YouTube at Ka-pow School, on Instagram at Ka-pow School, on TikTok at Ka-pow School, wherever you are, okay? Check us out. We'd love to hear from you. And if all you want to do is come hang out with us online as we draw live or check out recordings and live streams, that's cool too. We don't do a hard sell here. We don't, because we know what we're giving is, we know that it's essential, and we also know that it's not new. It's just tried and true. That's it. It's tried and true. You will not get better at your art with 3 quick, easy tips. Okay, I hear these guys, and it's not just novices that are doing it. It's some pros that are doing it too. But they know better. They know better. Not going to give you the clickbait here. Not going to do it, okay? Not going to do it. We will give you tips, yes, but there will be no promise attached to it. Okay, right? Because we don't know if you're going to actually apply it. We don't know that once you get off, it's a high likelihood that you're going to be off with your life, doing other things, scrolling, you're going to scroll past us, right? Waiting for the algorithm to feed you another video. And that's cool. That's cool. But what you're going to get here, you're going to get the real, you're going to get the raw, and you're going to learn how. Real, the raw, learn how to draw. And so that's my rant for today. This went a little bit longer than expected, but I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments. As long as it's respectful, I'll reply. I mean no disrespect to anybody out there who's trying to hustle, but it's hard to know who to trust now. I know that. I've seen it in the interviews that we've had, and we've had an influx of interviews for our main adult course since I've been more active and proactive with our social presence and our marketing. And one of the things people are saying more times than not is they didn't think we were legit. They didn't know that, wow, no, I get it. I get it. That's why we have the interview process. Part of it is so that you can kind of see us and hear us and experience us without just swiping your card, typing in your card, and us going on with our life. And so with that being said, I'm Doc Solo, the director of Ka-pow, the Comic Art Academy, the real comic school for real people with real lives, taught by real industry pros. And I'll see you soon with my crew as we draw and chat and do the thing. So check us out. Talk to you later. Solo.